Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the Apex Online Championship here with the lads of F6 for round number 21, the season finale here at Abu Dhabi. Now I'm not on my own this week. I've been joined in the commentary box by the McLaren driver, Bankai Bullet. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, good evening there, Mike. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Hoping to see some quality racing, as we've already got a retirement in qualifying from Don Silva, and that's
Yeah, I
not
was
good
just
for him.
watching that. He lost it going through sector one, the fast left right her. He lost the rear end and just speared into a wall.
He is on the pad though, isn't he, Don Silva?
He is, yeah, but those two corners shouldn't have been a problem for him. It depends on how much ballast he's running. If he's running too much, then his rear end will slide like a demon.
Yeah, I noticed on the previous games the pad can be ruthless during those corners.
Yeah, it's you can get away with running 8, 9 on this track if you're really delicate, but if you're too heavy-handed, it's a no-go. It will kill you.
And looking at the championship, that's not going to be great for him, as he is currently in second, but only 4 points clear of Jacob in third, and 5 points clear of Romata in fourth. So a very tight battle for second in the championship. Obviously, Sloshy has already claimed the championship, and Alfa Romeo Sauber have claimed the constructors, but it is a bit tight elsewhere.
Indeed, I mean, Renault still actually have the possibility of securing second in the championship, with Dom securing second, provided he can get his tactics right after his crash tonight. That'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's also looking down the grid, it might be a good chance for Haas to overtake Williams in the constructors as well. You know, 10 points of difference, and we are missing one of the Williams drivers, and both Haas's a year, so it could be a good shout for them.
Yeah, and I have a funny feeling that Dale might pull off something here. He's done it before, and at awkward tracks he won Baku, if I remember right. So, you know, I think he might actually have something in store for us tonight. Should be a good one to watch.
Aye, that should be. Also another battle, Ferrari versus Mercedes, 2 points separating them in the constructors, and one driver from each constructor at this race, Ivan versus Nas. So that will be an interesting battle also.
Indeed, Ivan should, I think on paper, have the pace over Nasodo, and with Nas's recent run of disconnects and what happened last week in Brazil with me, he might end up screwing himself out of points, which would just only help Ferrari if Ivan plays a good game and stops pitting every 5 laps, as he's done before.
I think the old strategy with Ferrari this season has been aggressive, softest tyres all the way through.
Yeah, it's not been their best strategy calls. They have very brilliantly emulated the real team quite beautifully, I thought, in terms of strategy. And in terms of bottleness, Barrichello's DNFs and disqualifications in the race,
Yeah,
Andre's awkward calls, it's been a weird one for Ferrari.
Yep, he could have been up there though. Both Ferraris could have been up there. So they've had the pace to be battling, but
yeah. I mean, looking at Andre's recent runs, he's still been in the points, a little lower perhaps, but he's generally been in the sort of lower half of the top 10 with the odd, well, with one podium in Mexico. But he's been a pretty consistent point scorer, even doing what he's doing. Barrichello, not so much. DNFs,
we can look at the
disqualifications. He's had 3 points finishes. I'm sorry. And that's it. I mean, he's been very much the bottle job of Ferrari.
Yes, a load of DNS. I believe he's only finished, I'm just counting by here, 5. 5
1,
out of
2,
20.
3, 4, 5 races, 3 points finishes. when he could so easily have been at least P6 or 7 in the championship, I reckon.
Yeah,
I
speaking
think
of
he's got that little bit of pace.
yeah, speaking of P6 and 7 in the championship, also another battle to look out for is SJH in the Red Bull versus Dale in the Haas, and both of them actually have a chance to jump James, your teammate, since he is not here. They are 15 and 16 points behind. Oh, 16 points for Dale behind James, and 20 points for SJH. So it is
Dale
possible.
would have to score a P2 for that to work. That's the only way that Dale could jump Hamres. SJH hasn't got a hope in hell of jumping Hamres,
Unless he
but
wins.
he has got a good chance. Well, unless he wins, and he's in P3 at the moment on Hypersofts. Sorry, so it could happen if he plays his cards right. But as it stands now, I think Hamres is only real threat is Dale. So unless Dale has a bad race, or has a really good one rather, I think Hamres is secure in 5th. 6th and 7th is going to be a good one.
I mean, Infinities is
Andre
throwing down the gauntlet.
Even on 101 points. Sorry, repeat that?
Infinity's throwing down the gauntlet right now. He is looking to try and get that win he's been chasing since his since his first 2 races here.
Yeah, just over a 10th better than Sneaky Ninja, who's been a little unlucky in his season sometimes, but he's pretty consistent on points. So he's generally a quiet driver. He just sort of stays out of the way and.
I kind of get a Jensen Button vibe for Sneaky Ninja. He's either fantastic in qualifying and kind of drops back in the race, or he has a terrible qualifying and amazingly does fantastic in the race.
He kind of reminds me a bit of Mark Webber with a little bit of Hulkenberg. That's
very underrated.
Sort of pretty consistent, but flashes of brilliance here and there. And so he's definitely going to be. And then P2 at the moment, he's on now he's just starting his hot lap.
Well, unfortunately, because the Toro Rosso of Danger is not here, he should be alright to finish 12th, providing that Sneaky Ninja doesn't score more than 6 points. But, I mean, he could drop down to 13th. Nas and Infinities will be battling out with with each other for that 10th spot on the
Infinities improved by 2/10. 34th lap.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the times these guys were doing in some of the practice lobbies, and I'm expecting the pole position to be in the mid to high 33s at the end of the session. So I think Sloshy's capable for it.
Yeah, that's a reasonable shout.
Infinity's also capable of it.
See where Sneaky is, because he's the main contender for pole at the moment. Beautiful 2 turns 11, 12 and 13. Wheel hacks for you.
Yeah, this is definitely a wheel track.
Yeah. He's pretty tight in the final sector here. Oh, it's not good. That will have cost him a little bit of time. Coming through the second to last corner.
I didn't see it.
Good drive out of here. That's good drive. He's going to improve. Yeah, 2 turns improvement.
Yeah, I didn't see quite a bit of his final sector because the broadcast camera decided to give me the camera view where you don't see the corner.
Yeah, I'm on TV pod. It's easier to get a measure of how the lap is going on TV pod.
I'm just gonna pull up the streamer sec to see.
That will be his cooldown.
Oh, Soshi said he's starting at the back, by the way. So he's going for a last question mark challenge.
Oh. Intentional bottle job tactics. And yes, Don, we did catch your crash. Well, I did, rather.
Yeah,
I will
unfortunately I didn't.
At it later.
I didn't, Don, so you're safe. And
Jacob is pitting in.
Rich has left the session.
Rich has left the session. Nass has left the set. Oh, disconnect's going on. Going on here.
Richmond's left. Infinity's are left.
Oh, we've got a mass disconnection, I think, going on here.
Oh no.
That's 4, that's 5. Yeah, this is a mass disconnect.
Yeah, we're gonna have to restart the lobby.
This is going to be a restart. Yeah.
Yep. This will be a restart, but we're gonna keep the stream going while we get everything sorted.
Yep.
But yeah, there you go, Don. Another chance for you to get your qualifying done. Or
It's another chance for us to actually catch a crash. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say things like that. It's mean.
Yeah, you can't commentate a curse him like that.
Not in qualifying, anyway.
I'm sure he'd rather crash out in qualifying than in the race itself, but
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
so I think this is the first mass disconnection we've actually had this season.
Yeah. I don't think we've actually had a mass disconnect before. We've had a few disconnections.
Yeah, we've had a few here and there, but not on this kind of scale. It's actually beaten the safety car. We've had a mass disconnection before we've had a safety car.
I will back out of this lobby and wait for an invite.
Ah, that's the thing as well. Will we finally see a safety car this race?
Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Safety
'Cause
car, the final race of the season.
I have seen a safety car in a league race. I know they exist.
Really?
I've seen
I've
some
heard
of
of
the
it.
crashes that we've had this season. I know some of the safety cars should have been out for 'em.
I've been involved in some of the crashes we've had this season, and there should have been a safety car. Or at least a VSC. Only we seem to get those for no good reason, and no safety car when there should be one.
Yeah, we usually get one when there's someone who disconnects from a session, isn't it?
It used to be the case. Not so much anymore. Just making sure there isn't a problem with PSN. It doesn't seem to be a PSN failure, because I'm not seeing any reports.
Right. Well, while we wait for the new lobby to be set up, which drivers do you think have shocked us the most this season?
To be honest, I think I'm going to have to go with Slossy. Going from first half of the season where he was a bit meh, and then all of a sudden, bang, on form.
I mean,
Poles and wins.
I mean, in Australia
it
he
was-
came 11th, and then he won in Bahrain.
Yeah. He wouldn't have won, I think, had... Because I remember that battle, because me and Don were in P2 and 3, respectively, and we were catching him. So I think if...
Oh, I just looked at the results. What happened to you? You went down to 12th.
Oh yeah, no, I had a puncture. No, I didn't.
Ooh.
I had supremely worn tyres, and coming out of turn 2, I got a snap of oversteer, and just my luck that there was a car on my then outside, and I punted it into the wall off the snap of oversteer.
Oof.
And I then proceeded to just fall back down the pack, and I got a penalty for the incident. So yeah, it was not a good race for me at the end there. It was a race
that's
I should have
pretty
been on the
much-
podium at least.
It's pretty much been your season, though, hasn't it?
yeah, it's not been the best of seasons for me, especially in the latter half. I don't know why. It's one of those things, I guess.
Yeah, it does happen, but I mean, I will say this: you scored more points this season than what I did in my first season at AOR.
I don't know how many I actually scored in my first F1 season. I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look.
I finished in the
Yeah.
points 3 times, so I,
Oh,
I know
really?
you don't.
That's well, at least you finished in the points.
Yeah, and the only reason I wasn't
GP2.
last, only reason I wasn't last in the league was because at Abu Dhabi I managed to get 5th place because everyone kept DNFing because they were on the pad and they couldn't handle that fast right left in the first sector. Where Don has just proven that it's quite tricky on the pad.
Mm. Just looking at my first ever F1 season, I scored 103 points.
I
With
think that's more.
2, 3 podiums, and I mean, a few races where I should have finished in the points, but due to incidents, I didn't.
Right, let's go. I'm back in the lobby now. We starting a new one.
Oh, we've got a new one, have we?
Yep.
Let's find this invite. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you scored more points in your first season than I have altogether in AOR.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I think my first season, I think I scored like 17 points, something like that, altogether.
Mm.
Second season, I was on, I think, 50 points, something like that at the end of it. Literally bottled every single. I think I put it in the PSN chat actually, the amount of races I bottled at the start of the season. Like,
F1 2016 is my most successful seasons on F1. Since then, I've just been rubbish. Having said that, this game is the closest I've ever been to actually winning something before I go and kill myself. Which is exactly what happened in Baku, so... I
right,
think
we're
that's everyone.
missing one person.
Are we missing one? Who
Yep.
just left?
Missing one person. Oh, here we go. It was Nas.
Oh, okay. I'll let him get in and sort himself out.
He needs to mute his mic though. That's going to be distracting. I can see his mic going in game chat.
I can see it too. I think he has. I think we're good.
Alright, now we're just waiting for everyone to ready up and then we can get back into qualifying. Full restart. Good chance for Don now to actually put in a lap and not put it into the wall.
This is a good plan.
I'm not sure if Sloshy's going to stick to his plan from starting from last, but
Well, I was just thinking that maybe he's gone and announced his hand, and now he might have to rethink it. That said,
well, the
you can
championship's
still...
over for him.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to do anything. I think he's probably starting from the back for a bit of fun. It's not a...
He's trying to do.
Probably,
He's trying to get a YouTube video. You know, that clickbait. Last
yeah,
question mark AOR
last
race.
to first. Yeah, last to first. AOR or G 3.0. Come on.
And here we are now.
Right, forget the last 25 minutes. This is where it's at.
Yep, the final race starts now.
Right. So we have both Red Bulls leaving the pit. No, one Red Bull, one Force India.
Yeah,
And
SJH
the
on.
Haas. Renault leaving. Williams. Oh, they're all leaving out now.
I'm jumping straight on board with Don just to see.
Yeah, I think he'll be a bit more careful now through there, because when I watched him go through it, he was very aggressive on the steering inputs, and if he's running us the ballast I think he's running, you just can't do that. You got to be really delicate. Barely turn the wheel and just let the downforce do its job.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, 9 ballast, that will give you a very good qualifying time, but 8 ballast, I think, is where it's at for the race.
Yeah, I would agree.
Just to keep it stable.
Because it's not just the stability that's an issue, because it'll affect higher temperatures and higher wear rates, understeer, anything that can be affected on the car by ballast, which is almost everything on the car, will be. So.
I bet Don has got the stream up right now. He's like, oh, Christ's sake, just turn off me, please. No, we're staying on board with you, Don.
Just watching SJH, who I think will be the first over the line on a timed lap. No.
Oh, yellow flag, sector 3.
Oh, I don't think that was anything. I think that was just a slow car. I think that might have been Andre. He's going pretty slowly, trying to build a gap before he starts his flying run.
Alright, here we
Meanwhile,
go now.
we've got Richmond on super softs.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I didn't actually put the tyres up.
Oh, yeah. So Richmond on super softs with a. I'm just gonna hazard a guess that he's not planning on actually qualifying on super softs. It's more of a just get an eye in. Because if the whole field does even ultra soft runs, they will be quicker than him, I would imagine.
Well, if I was Richmond, I'd just be doing about 2, maybe 3 time laps on the supers just to get comfortable with the track. Chuck on the ultras at the end and then just try and gun it.
Exactly. Get a bit of evolution to the track so you're good for it. Meanwhile, SJ has just entered the sector 3.
I do think this race, though, is going to be a 2-stop strategy.
That seems to be the prevailing opinion. That's what I'm seeing from guys higher up in the tiers as well. So we might actually get a bit of strategy going on, which is always nice, because I hate boring one-stop races.
And there goes SJH on a 34.5.
That third sector was a little scrappy. His car was pushing a little into the corners, so he was carrying a little bit too much speed.
I think Don was. I think Don was taking it a bit cautious. He knows we're on board with him.
I would probably suggest that he didn't do a full power run there.
Right.
Maybe just a rich load. What else have we got? NAS 35.5 on ultra softs. Probably could do a bit better.
Well, I think if you're on the hypersofts, you want to be looking at least a low 134. You gotta get into the 33 so if you want to be pole position.
Well, you need to be
Ultras,
top 5 on the hypersofts. Oh, that's a massive amount of wheel spin from us there. I don't. Oh, I think he's actually on a second flying run on those ultra softs, or he's just making a beeline for the pits as fast as he can. Let's jump on board with Sneaky Ninja.
I'm on board with Infinities right now, just seeing how his lap's going. Ooh,
Yeah.
a bit of a back end wiggle there. And the Haas is getting out of the way.
Sneaky, I think he might have invalidated his lap because he's running no fuel and no ERS. He hasn't set the time.
Yeah, I think Infinities must have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Andre Romata coming in the pits as well.
Corner now. Very nice drive out of the final corner. Beautiful drive out of the final corner.
And that's good enough to get him second for the time being.
Let's see who is...
So, Rich 500 is on his out lap, I think. Yep.
He's the only guy out on track at the moment that's actually going to do, just doing any sort of attempt. So... Oh no, Richmond. He's still out on his superstar, so I imagine he's probably coming in now. He's been out there a while.
Well, he's not far behind Rich 500, so he might have been helped a little bit by a little bit of long distance slipstream, but I don't think it would have been too much, given the bit of gap they got.
No, he's running 0 ERS. He's not bothering. He's gonna come back in presumably and
here we go.
Else. Or oh, that was very wide out of the penultimate corner. How is he not? How is he? Wow. How has he not got this and next lap invalidated from
that? Who's that now? Richmond or Rich?
That'll be Richmond.
I was on board with Rich 500, who got very close to the Force India of Infinities as he came out of the pits. We're going to see.
He should have gone out of the way pretty rapidly, having just come out of the pits.
Pretty much, and it was side by side, and into the second part of the left-right on the pit exit. I don't think it was much in it, to be honest. And Stern is retiring. So I've been calling him Stern.
Yeah, I mean, Stern would be STERN.
I just pronounce it how I pronounce it.
Call him whatever you like.
Look, I'm Welsh, right? Some of the words mean different things over here.
Yeah. So Rich is on a fine lap. Don needs to move out of the way, which he does. Not on the corner. Very nice.
He's got quite a lot of deployment left. I don't think he's timed that well, to be honest.
Well, he's done well enough.
Yeah, you kind of want to be using as much of the deployment as you possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, people have their own strategies around here. I assume that he would have used overtake for the long straights and just hot lap for the rest of it. Oh, that was an awkward one.
As we got Dongan, Sneaky Ninja getting out of the way of Don. They got the two Renault cars mixed up then.
Sneaky on an out lap, he'll be just cruising around, getting out of everyone's way. Who else we got?
I mean, I will say this though, I think you can run hot lap for the entire lap on this track.
Oh yeah, this track will do hot lap for the whole lap, and you'll have some left over. It's not like Belgium, but you can't do that. And SJ has given up the ghost, I think. Yeah.
And Romata pops in on provisional pole now. We're 34.3. And
And
Infinities
Infinity immediately destroys it.
at 33. Oh no, Don!
Oh, he hasn't done it again, has he?
Out of the final corner.
Oh, what's he done?
He's clipped the curb and he's just gone straight into the pit entrance wall.
Yeah, I think this is a sign of things to come for Don in the race. It's not good when you crash 2 qualifying in a row.
At least this time he set a time.
He did. And he is at the moment still in the top 10, which is handy enough. I'm expecting Sneaky and Richmond to improve.
Yeah, Richmond is on his out lap right now, coming for the final sector on a set of Ultra Softs.
Yeah. He's going through there, he's getting them nice and warm. A little bit of wheel spin. Yeah, now he's starting to gear up. Overtake mode isn't the mode you want though, mate. It's hot lap out of the final corner, that's what yeah, too late. As he switches to hot lap.
Unfortunate.
Ooh, that was wide out of turn 1.
Yeah,
Little
hot lap.
off online.
Ooh, that could have invalidated him.
He's still going. Oh, that was very quick into there.
And hot lap again. Sorry, overtake mode again.
Yeah, the overtake mode is only really useful for gear 7 and 8. If you switch to it before, it won't give you the effect you require, which is why you should leave it in either hot lap or rich mode, which is mode number 3, and then switch it to overtake for 7th and 8th. That's the best way of using it.
Yeah, because hot lap will give you that better bite on the track when you're getting out of the traction zones.
Exactly, hot lap is the best of everything, so it will give you acceleration. It will still give you top end, not as well as overtake, but it will. So that's why it's called hot lap. It's the most power for the best reward.
We're gonna see what Richmond does here. Could be an improvement to get him into the top 10. I expect it to be anyway.
Sector 3 corners are very nice.
Comes for the penultimate corner.
Oh, that penultimate corner wasn't. Yeah,
he's coming.
Up. He's given up. That's it. I think he might have been validated previously, so he was just getting around as quick as he could to try again later.
On board with his teammate right now, Dale, as he's coming for the final sector on the set of Hypersofts. So, what do you think the strategy will be? Because you can go either way with this, 2 sets of Ultras or 2 sets of Hypers.
It depends on how you want to negotiate the traffic, because if you qualify on the Hypersofts, that's great. Then you could take a really long middle stint by putting on the Supersofts and then put in for Hypersofts at the end. Or even it out, maybe an Ultra Soft and an Ultra Soft, or Super Soft, Ultra Soft. It's one of them that's up in the air. It's there's at least 3 or 4 different options you can choose depending on how you want to play the game.
So if it was me, because I had a look at the strategies and everything, and I'm doing the practice races, it said I could do 2 sets of Hypers and a set of Ultras.
That is a stretch. You'd have to be very kind on your tyres, I think, to pull that one off. 2 sets of Ultras is probably... Oh! Sneaky's lost it out of turn 13.
Oh. Yep, I just seen that as SJH goes through.
No, turn 14, sorry.
And SJH has cut that corner an absolute treat, and he's cut that one as well. Oh, I've never seen stuff like this before. This is Yas
SJH
Marina.
has given up, he's pitting again. He's pitting again. So I don't know if he's got any tyres left.
This is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix being redefined by SJH right there.
His teammate isn't on a lap, or he's just coming onto one. Looks like he's just coming onto one.
I think Ivan is out of fuel.
Ivan is very definitely out of fuel.
Yeah, I just saw him cut the...
Jacob is on a lap now.
Alright, let's go on board with Jacob and let's see what he's going to do, because he is in that battle for second, and Romata at the moment is up in second. Could that be a sign of things to come at the end of this race?
Well, Jacob has had pretty good... Oh, that's way too deep. No. He will have lost time through there into turn 5. Just not a corner you can carry an awful lot of speed into.
Just looking at the gaps, Jacob has to beat Romata in this race. He cannot finish it behind him whatsoever.
Yeah,
that's his only chance.
I
of
suppose
finishing
the benefit of
Romata.
that is that he only has to beat him by a point. So he only has to be one position in front of him for that to work. So it's less pressure. Oh no, he's ruined that. Yeah.
And Sneaky Ninja is retired from the session. This is not good for Renault's chances in the constructors.
I would expect Sneaky to be on a harder tyre at the start. Seems to be the Renault way of one in the top 10 on the softer, and everyone's on the outside that start on the harder tyre. Jacob's coming to penultimate corner, but I'm pretty sure he's invalidated.
Yeah, he's definitely
invalidated. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see who tries to go for the one stop.
Dale does not improve. 34.9 for him.
And Infinity's
So
now
he's
coming
matched
on
his
to start
time.
his lap. And he's on overtake mode as he comes through the final corner. So, making that same mistake.
Yeah, I think he needs to have a word with himself about how he uses ZRS. A specialist comes over the line and doesn't improve.
Well,
oh, he does improve, but it's an invalidated lap. It was a 34.4, which would have put him in P4. So he will be attempting another lap, I think, which is brave on Piper Softs, but to each their own.
So Ivan is now... Oh, he was in the pit, so he's definitely done for the session.
Yeah, he's seen the checkered flag. We've got Romata in Sector 3, who's very controlled. Oh, that was a tight one. He looks to be... Oh, that was a bit of a tail wag out of the second.
We got Romata coming through the final corner now. Is he going to threaten pole position?
I would assume so.
Oh, a 34-1.
Infinity is the next guy on track behind Romata. So this will be a... Oh, that's invalidated, surely. Yeah, that's got to be invalidated. He's cut.
Well, he's on medium and high right now, so...
Yeah, he's cut turn 17, big style though. No way. 33.5. He did improve, but it was invalidated.
That was an insane time though from Infinities.
So let's have a look at SJ. He's the next guy on track. And he was on pole position before the mass disconnect, so...
It's looking pretty decent at the moment. As he comes through the penultimate corner, keeping it nice and clean. Final corner, there's actually a pile up.
P2, I think SJ is in. Yep,
P2.
So not a bad effort. by the Red Bull man there.
Ah, fantastic job. I think Red Bull have definitely got the upper hand in this constructors battle for second at the moment.
I definitely think they are the favourites for that battle, yes.
And Sloshy,
Very tight at the top there, though. He was close. He was close.
And this might not be good for Don. He
specialist
is 10th.
time on ultra soft.
Yeah, very good.
So that
very good.
Might not be such a bad thing for Toro Rosso there. They might have pulled a fast one.
Yeah, Jonesy, the lobby, the Masters Connect did happen in quality as well. Jonesy is a driver in the Assist League 2, I believe he's in.
Ah, well, welcome, Jonesy.
Lad I raced with back when I was in the Assist League in season 14.
Yeah, I think it was just a hiccup on PSN's part. I don't think it was a massive issue. Doesn't seem to be.
But, you know, we got Don Silva in 10th with Hypers, and he can't change him. Qualified 10th. I don't know whether that's going to be a blessing or a curse for him, but he's got
you don't generally want to qualify on 10th on the softest available tyre. It's one of those that if you've got pace over the guys in front and you can overtake, then that's generally okay. But if you haven't and you're stuck in 9th or 10th, it's awkward because you can't really go anywhere. The best you can do then is pit early, go for a longer middle stint.
Yep, and fair play, Jonesy. I appreciate you dropping in, and I hope you do well in your race in A2 as he's waiting for quality to finish.
Yeah, go get him.
You know, wish you the best now because we know what happened 2 seasons ago. It didn't end well for him. It really didn't. But yeah, this is what the AOR community is all about. It's all about racing and being very community orientated.
Well, if you can get to lap 6, then you're a better man than me, as of late.
Yeah, you had the same issue as Don 2 seasons ago, where you know that right left sector 1 on the pad lethal.
Yeah, it used to be quite good fun on F1 2016 because those cars were a bit tail happy as was. So you could really throw it through there, and it was quite good fun. There we go.
Alright, so
Ready now.
We got the ticks coming now.
Strategies are set, hopefully. So I'd expect Sneaky to be on the hard tyre, super soft. Having said that, he could be on the ultra soft and maybe going for that strategy, which would be, I think, the better option.
Well, I think if he goes on the ultras, he's going to open the strategies up for him so he can see what everyone else is going to do, because the one stop is on for the ultras.
He is on the ultra soft. That is.
Oh, and Sloshy's gone for a set of hypers. So he's looking to come through that. Oh,
Rich
there's always
disqualified.
One. There's always one.
Somebody's already driven into it. Yeah. At least it's not a Ferrari this time. To be fair.
Give it a chance.
Now.
The formation lap's not over yet, but give it a chance.
So, strategies I would expect. Well, I would expect Dom to pit first. Sneaky should, after a couple of laps, have the better tyres, so he can make his way forward. Specialist is going to be in a position now because he won't be able to warm his tyres up, and he's on the ultra soft. And they obviously don't warm as quick as the hyper soft, so that's going to be a something.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue for Aero off the start, and maybe for the first 2-3
For the
laps.
first half a lap. No, I mean Abu
with the
Dhabi
grip
is a pretty
levels.
warm place. They can grip levels. He should be alright after a lap, to be honest.
I mean, compared
so
to the
much
hyper softs around them.
Oh yeah, but then the hypersofts drop off will be a lot more rapid. So it trades off. He shouldn't be that bad as long as he can get a good launch and stay out of trouble for the first lap. He should be alright. Ooh, Vinny with a nice tail slide coming out of
Oh, that'll definitely warm your rear tyres up.
Warms me up. Oh, excuse me.
Well, this is the first time you've been able to see the 5 red lights and run down into turn 1 and not be worried about getting any contact.
There's an unusual feeling, this one. As the back cars line up and they're ready.
Here we go. So the 5 red lights we go for round number 21 of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in F6. And they are out and away we go, and it's a good start from SJH initially, but Infinities gets that better traction.
Gets a really good start.
Romata around the outside into second, lovely stuff. And Nas has dropped down to 5th as Ivan gets him, and we got a bit of a side-by-side action between Ivan and Nas for P4.
Careful lads, that's a tight corner. Give them space, very nicely done. Williams goes wide in the background there.
I saw a bit of carbon fibre fly. It is free wide into the hairpin between
my goodness me.
Aero, Don and Rich.
Don has the run on the Williams and the Toro Rosso.
Yeah, this could be 4 wide.
It's
going to be 4 wide. It's going to be 4 wide.
Oh my lord. That was some good side-by-side there through turns 8 and 9.
And Nash just had a little look at Ivan for 4th place. I know a bit of carbon fibre coming off the Mercedes.
That was
actually
a dive. Dean nearly took out the back of Sneaky there. He I think just underestimated his braking.
Very easy to do on the full fuel tanks. As we got Sloshy and Aero going side by side. Sloshy clean around the outside, gets up into 10th.
Aero going backwards at the start of this race. Not a...
As Romata is right on the back of Infinities. Well, I say he was right on the back. He was right on the back. But he did lose a bit of time in the traction.
I don't know if you're seeing this, but I'm seeing that Rich and Specialist and Steen are currently at +1 lap to leader. Am I missing that?
I'm seeing the exact same thing as well. I think there's a glitch with the...
There's a glitch in the timing.
Yeah, there's a glitch in the timing because they're saying that SJH is 2 tenths behind Romata, and that is not 2 tenths. I'm sorry, that's not 2 tenths.
Romata is increasingly not 6 tenths off the back of Infinity. In fact, right up his butt.
Oh, here we go. He's having a look down the inside. Okay, maybe he's not. I saw him sweep to the inside as Don and Sloshy are side by side.
Don has the inside line. It would be silly of Sloshy to try and go around the outside there.
Yeah,
smart play. Steen has just straight lined the chicane.
Yeah, 3 second time penalty.
I think Sloshy has the better car under him. And he's on fresher, hypersoft tyres. So...
As we got the Haas of Richmond coming into the pits early. Is this going to be a full front wing change? I'm just going to stay on board just to have a little look. Do the Haas team have the front wing out? Yes, they do. So Richmond has damaged his front wing.
Fiber. That would be the carbon fiber that we saw.
And he's chucked on a set of super softs.
Yeah, that's the smart play there. That's just go long now and stretch them out as far as you can, and then go for hyper soft at the end maybe. Meanwhile, I've just noticed that Specialist has got a 5-second stop and go for gaining a place illegally.
Sorry about that. I had to mute my mic 2 seconds as I had someone trying to speak to me. What was that about? A 5-second stop go?
Specialist has a 5-second stop and go for gaining position illegally.
Ooh, do you think he might have just exceeded track limits and that? Just
it could be that case, or it could be.
Oh, Richmond's left the session.
Yeah, he DNF'd out of the pits. I don't know really what happened there. I didn't see it.
Well,
Shame,
we got a monumental. We got a monumental battle for fourth right now. The Ferrari versus Mercedes versus Red Bull. Kind of what we want to see in real life Formula One this season. We got Jacob having a little look at Nas.
Jacob, that's a dive. Looked as if he was gonna make it work. Oh, he's had to lift off there. Nash riding the curbs. Definitely doing that, you'll upset the car.
Well, you know, lap 4 now, DRS is going to be active, and Ivan could be a sitting duck halfway down this straight. And he's kept it in medium.
Don has gotten over his initial lack of pace and is now doing alright.
Nas gets past and Jacob tried it down the inside into the chicane at the end of the straight, and Ivan just able to hold on, but Jacob will have
Jacob's
a second
going to make a move here. Hey.
Yeah, he's
left the door wide open. He's
locked up. Ooh. He's locked up. I was on nose cam. I was on nose cam. I actually feared for my own life there. As soon as the camera went to the nose cam, then I felt literally I couldn't breathe. And all this fighting between Nas, Ivan and Jacob has invited Rich 500 and Don Silva and Sloshy to the party.
Sloshy, yeah, with Specialist not too far behind.
Don's coming in for an early pit stop.
Yeah, 5 laps on quali worn Hypersofts expected.
I was expecting him to go on.
No, he's putting on ultras. So
yeah, I was expecting these guys in the hypers to go to around about lap 6 and then pit.
I think Don's going for the get out of traffic, get the undercut.
It might work out for him.
Now he's in fresh air. He can pump in a couple of quick laps to.
And Jacob gonna get past Ivan now.
DRS
on
sneaky.
Inside.
It's he's.
Ivan gonna get the run back. Oh, Ivan's got DRS. Jacob doesn't have it.
Oh, Jacob's just sitting duck.
Yeah, Jacob is holding that inside side by side. Oh, Jacob getting very wide.
This is going to end in tears.
Little bit of wheel banging between the Ferrari and the Red Bull, but now he's under pressure from Rich 500.
Who is in turn under pressure from Sloshy.
Yeah, we got a monumental battle going on by here. In the meantime, Nas in Mercedes is just pulling away. And Sloshy's coming for the pit, so he's going for the undercut as well as AOR Specialist actually into the pits. That's an early call for him.
Let's just have a look at Don's laps.
This is 5 seconds stop go. Oh, AOR Specialist has gone in for a front wing change, and Don is clean out ahead of Sloshy. Sloshy hasn't even left the pit exit yet. So the undercut has worked out beautifully for Don.
Well, he's definitely made a position on Sloshy, but quite a margin.
Yeah, 8 seconds. I'm not sure if Sloshy had any front wing damage.
He didn't look it. I think it was just one of those. Abu Dhabi's got that awkward pit exit as well that you've got to slow right down for.
And we got Jacob and Ivan going side by side again. But Jacob gets the job done up in the 5th.
And keep an eye on lap time for Sloshy, see what his out lap time is.
Oh, Romata with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
Yeah, I think he's getting a little bit on the desperate side, thinking, oh my, Infinity is somewhat rapid this evening. Oh, he's pitting. So this will be Ultra Softs.
Well, if I know
unless he goes long.
If I know what's going on right now, I'd say Sloshy and Romata are in a party with each other. Sloshy's giving them the info of how much Don has undercut him.
Oh, that was
Stern.
What happened there?
He's lost
Romata lagged.
Stern has lost it on the final corner. He's spinned it on the pit straight.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
And to be honest, Don Silva's not far behind Romata, actually. 4 seconds. So that undercut has worked treat.
Jumped that entire battle. And he's got a gap. He can really start putting his feet in and going.
Well, I'm just looking at the times right now. I mean, SJH and Jacob. Well, I think Jacob will come out behind Don no matter what, because he was in that battle with Ivan. But SJH could be under pressure as well.
It depends on, because they are so close together. I wouldn't imagine that they would be silly enough to double stack. I don't know if they're in communication. Because if they do double stack, Jacob is going to come off so much worse than his teammate will.
Yeah, I think they might have had a conversation about it, because Jacob's in a chance of getting second in the championship. SJH, all he's got to do is bring home the points for the constructors.
Yeah, he's not fit. He's going to go the extra lap, and yeah, that's the smart play.
A little bit slow into the pit entry, though.
He's still got a 4-second gap to Sneaky, who is not due to pit now for another few laps. I would imagine 11 or 12 laps
and
in.
I think Don's going to get past. I think Don's going to get past SJH by you.
Yeah, he's passed him. That's a inspired move from Don Silva there from the early pit.
So Don has basically undercut his way from 9th or 10th or wherever he was up into 3rd in this race. A fantastic strategy from the Renault driver.
Yeah. As long as he can, because SJ will now be on a couple of laps younger for extra tyres, so, and you see he's rapid.
Well, this is also crucial for Don Silva in the championship, because he's got a 5-point gap to Romata in the championship. So staying within a few places of him means that whatever Romata does is not going to work. The only way for Romata to guarantee him winning the second in the championship is to win this race.
Well, if it was to finish now,
Don would
Romata would only gain 2 points on Don. So
and 3-1 Sneaky Ninja and Jacob come into the pits as Jacob's continued on for another lap.
He might have really good tyre there.
Oh, SJH gets a penalty.
More penalties. What Ramata needs to do here to ensure second in the championship is to finish at least second, with Don finishing
5th.
fourth or lower. I think. Yeah, because it's a 5-point gap, I believe.
Yeah, 18 to 12, isn't it?
Yeah, so that would give Ramata the 6 points he would need to jump Don. So that will be one to keep an eye on as the race progresses.
Well, I think Jacob's going to be under pressure soon because Sneaky Ninja is closing up slightly, and then you got Infinities and Romata on Fresh Ultras closing up.
I would suggest that Jacob will be pitting in this lap. His rear tyres are looking a bit worse for wear, and he's using his ERS quite heavily. So I think this is going to be a quick in lap.
And Romata with another 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that's not good.
That's 6 seconds so far, and the gap between him and Don Silva is 6 seconds, just under.
And we know that Don is notoriously good with not getting penalties.
Yeah, I think he's got the best track record this season for
Jacob Pitts.
Track limits.
Oh, he nearly did it. He nearly went into the wall there. I think he left that a lap too long. I think he's going to one stop.
I think he's going to
softs,
be...
yeah. Super softs to the end. I think that's what his plan was.
Well,
But
here's the thing, he's going to come out in 10th, I think.
So much time to Don that I think he's just thrown away any chance of a fight.
Yeah, he's down into 10th.
He's now out in 10th, and that's... I mean, sure, the guys in front
Dale's
of him will still have to fit again, but...
Dale's going to be close to him as well.
Dale, nice warm ultra soft tyres.
Cold supers. It's not looking good for the Red Bull driver right now, and he's not going to have DRS. And Dale will.
Oh, that's a bit deep into that hairpin though from Dale, so he will have lost time to Jacob there.
Oh, Infinities has managed to get past the Sneaky Ninja, who hasn't stopped yet. So a bit of traffic for...
I think you'll find that Sneaky sort of let him go because he knew he was never going to fight him. That said,
that's fair.
He could have...
And we got Rich and Ivan side by side.
Ooh. That's
They're still
brave.
side by side.
Oh,
there's some
contact.
contact.
Infinity got
some more contact there into the wall. Oh, they've taken... They took a Nas as well.
That was an unnecessary bit of driving there from the Ferrari, I think. I was on board with Andre there, and he really shouldn't have kept his nose in. That's not going to be... That's
one for the stewards.
Now... Oh, definitely. That will be looked at after the race. Andre is pitting in wing.
And I gotta check to see if NASA's got any front wing as well, because he did get slightly caught up in that.
I'm not seeing any front wing damage. He looks alright. I think he might have got away with that one. He seems to be pretty good on his nose, so it doesn't look like it's a damage.
Well, the racing gods are on the side of Naspa there. As Rich 500 commented in the chat saying, ouch, and mate, we were on board for it. It's more than ouch.
That's unfortunate, Rich. So, looking at the penalties of who is still running, we've got Slossy with at least 3 seconds.
I know SJH has got 3.
6 seconds. Of the guys that are in any kind of championship battle, we've got Don and Ramata.
Ramata's got 6 to my knowledge.
Yeah, Don has a warning, but that's it.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. He's got a warning. That's it. Revoke everything. He can't race anymore. Super license gone.
Definite penalty points.
Yep, 100%. I'm actually putting it in the AOR chat now.
Actually, he's got 2 warnings, so he's on thin ice.
Ooh, could this be the race?
Oh, it could be. Ramata
is right on the back of Sneaky Ninja by you.
And Sneaky has penalties. I think I've seen one from him. So I think this is going to be a race and championship that's largely influenced by penalties.
Now here's the thing, does Sneaky try to help out his teammate by battling Ramata?
I think that's...
I think that's the job done.
Gone because Ramata's already passed, so the best that Sneaky can do now would be to not fight Don.
I think he's going to pit.
Anyway.
I think he's going to pit before Don catches him.
Anyway. So I would imagine he will be in a couple of laps.
And Nas gets a 3-second time penalty.
Maybe even now, because I believe his pit window would be now, and he could get to the end on super softs if he's going for the 1-stop.
I think he kind of has to.
He probably is. Yeah, he's pitting now. So he should come out somewhere 9th or 10th. Definitely
I think he'll come up behind Aero. Aero's coming for the final corner right now.
Oh yeah, the timing's all screwed on my screen. I underestimated myself.
But here's the thing, Aero, Dale, Nas, Sloshy, SJH, they're all going to have to pit again, as well as...
Well, Don will have to pit again.
Yeah, I think everyone
Actually,
apart from Jacob
in front of him, apart from Jacob, has to pit again. So, I think the 2-stop is quicker, but with the amount of incidents and penalties and battling people have been doing, maybe it switched to the 1-stop being the better strategy.
Well, we saw how powerful the undercut was. In fact, where did Sneaky Ninja come out? He's come out in a lot of clean air, actually.
Yeah,
Don could do another undercut and gain some huge time.
Yes, he's got the oldest set of tyres on the grid, so expect him to come in a couple of laps before everyone else. Specialist should be coming in soon. He's on hyper softs.
Yep, 7-lap old hypers. SJH is right on the back of Don Silva for what will be 3rd place at the moment.
Oh, that was a tight corner.
And Sloshy's right behind them as well. It's a 3-way battle for the podium. And right now, this will play into the hands of Ramata because he's going to know his teammates got the pace to get past these guys. And he could really help him out by getting past Don.
Whatever happens at the moment, because Ramata, I think Infinity is the man to beat, and I don't think he's going to be. Whatever happens, Don has to finish...
Good.
4th. No lower than 4th to secure the championship. And that will include penalties. And as it stands now, with Ramata 6 seconds, he's only 3 seconds off the time.
SJH had a look down the inside. We're on board with Sloshy looking at his battle from behind. And I think you were a little bit mistaken there because 4th place gets him 12 points and Second place is 18, so that's 6 points, and Romata would win. Well, would take
Of
second.
course, yeah. So he has to finish third. Ooh, that's an arse.
So right now,
hitting, yeah, that's ultra soft to the end now. He's going to try and go for the overcut undercut. Which is what I think.
here's the thing. Does he take ultras or does he go on to the supers? Because the ultras are going to be screaming.
Supers? Why would he? That's...
Oh, sorry, I thought it's 13 laps.
It's 13 laps, yeah, so Hypersofts would not be the best option there. Ultrasofts would be tight, but he's only managed 9 laps on that set. He was just on, so...
Supers.
I think... Yeah, so Supers is the only option he has if he can't
and he has
make
pitted on them.
Work.
He is on the supers to the end now.
Dale is really in that Sordo at a roll rate of knots.
Oh, Dale's lost the back end. Ooh, he just managed to save that out of the wall coming out of the hairpin. Sorry, not the hairpin, the chicane at the end of the first DRS straight. I forget what corner it is. Usually I have the track map open, but...
It's... turn 8 and 9 is that chicane after the first DRS straight.
Yeah, he just lost the back end coming out of turn 9. Almost put into the wall, but he was a lucky lad to keep it out of there.
He's getting a bit of a tail wag on at the moment. I would expect him to come in soon as well. Well
8 lap
everyone in front of Jacob.
Well, these ultras right now are pushing 10 laps now.
They're getting there. Slossie... Well, as it stands now, Infinity can pit and he will come out behind Slossie. No, he won't. He'll come out behind SJ. But he'll be on much better tyres and SJ will have to pit anyway. So I think Infinity has this one won beyond penalties.
Yeah, the only question is Romata with those time penalties and Don and what can Sloshy do to help his teammate and SJH actually. And Jacob, to be fair, because on track at the moment Jacob is ahead and he's going to the end.
He's also involved in a battle which could slow him down if Nas doesn't want to give it up. Sloshy penalty.
But Jacob gets past.
That's tight. Yeah, he forced the issue there and that's had no choice but to give it in. This is also played in terms of Dale a little bit, but he's closed the gap.
Right, well, if I was Romata, I'd be pitting right now, and this is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. Slossie will go the extra lap, I would imagine, and then pit for...
Ultras should get him to the end.
Yeah. I think now the guys can run Ultrasofts to the end.
Oh. I thought there was a bit of a pitting glitch.
Nas.
Nas has got a stop goal penalty.
Don is going to make his way through now.
So Romata is ahead of Don at the moment, but I think the gap has closed down by probably about a second.
Indeed. The issue that the Renaults have now is that they're on super softs while Romata's on ultra softs, so the pace advantage that Romata will have will exceed what they can produce, so they have to lap better and hope for the best. Or just stay within the range of the penalties, if they can do that.
I think for Don's sake right now, I don't think he's looking to try and catch up to Romata. I think he's looking to try and catch Jacob and stay ahead of Sloshy. and SJH, who's 6.2 seconds behind Don. So that's another good example of the undercut working brilliantly for the Renault driver.
Oh, I was very hesitant. So Ramato is all the way up in the gearbox of Dale.
I think Dale will be coming into the pits. Yep, he is.
So now that will put Ramato up into P3. Don should go up into P5?
He should be, and Sloshy's just leaving the pits right now. And there goes Don through. The gap is not actually going to be that big, so Sloshy will have a chance to come back at him.
Yeah.
As it stands right now, though, Jacob will finish second in the championship. 2.2 seconds ahead of Romata. This is second in the championship on the line.
Now, Romata will actually tie with Don for P3 in the championship.
What's the situation with Renault versus Red Bull?
Well, there is a 19-point difference between the two. So,
yeah, I think Red Bull.
Plus... Just trying to work out the maths now.
Plus 6, isn't it?
7, 8, yeah, 18 plus 6 is 24 points versus
and Renault 22.
Ooh.
So it's not quite enough for Renault.
So I think if it was to finish as it is now, then Red Bull have the win. Red Bull have to crash out completely, really, for Renault to secure that position.
Well, we're going to get a monumental battle soon because Jacob and Romata are going to be locked in a battle right now. As we're on lap 19 of 28. And I think Romata will have DRS. Yes, he will. So this will just intensify the pot a little bit more.
Meanwhile, for all this, Infinity he has pit and come out 7 seconds ahead of Jacob. So he's managed to, well, walk his way to the front.
And Sloshy is in DRS of Don Silva. Well, he was for the first straight. I'm not sure about this one. Yes, he is. So Sloshy is now
too far back to make any kind of move on him.
Nah, but he is putting him under pressure.
In sector 3, though.
So we've got.
Oh, SJ and Specialist are tangling.
SJ got that move done. Lovely stuff. Dale not too far behind on fresh ultras. He could get in the mix with Aero and SJ.
Oh, wait, definitely a shot for P7 at least is on the cards for Dale.
And at the moment, Sloshy is all over the gearbox of Don.
Oh, Specialist has a penalty.
And Romata is all over the gearbox of Jacob.
I wouldn't be surprised to see both Salvers go up a position here. Actually, Jacob's straight line speed and traction seems to have cancelled that DRS out a little bit. Don doesn't have that.
Well, look at the ERS difference between Romata and Jacob.
Don isn't even going to defend. He's just going to let him go by. I think he's resigned himself to the fact that he has, for all intents and purposes, lost P2 in the championship here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the ERS difference now between Jacob and Romata. Romata's got 100% on the battery, 16 for Jacob. So a huge difference in ERS for this next lap.
Interesting use, because what's happened here is Ramata has got into the slipstream of Jacob and just turned his ERS right down so he doesn't have to use it. And if he can, he has the pace advantage over Jacob on tyres alone, so he can save his ERS, wait for Jacob to defend his ERS out of his car, and then just blitz by him like he's just done now. He's turned it up.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the lap.
By the Sauber driver.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the lap where Romata gets up into second. Also, good to point out that Infinity's did just set the fastest lap with a 36.8, I believe it was.
Yeah, he's just a bit of he's Mercedes his way to the win here.
And you know what? He's been chasing the win ever since when was it? Hungary, wasn't it? Because he came in Silverstone, and I think he won.
No, he won Austria and Silverstone.
Ah, so then, since Germany then.
He DNF'd in Germany. He came fourth in Hungary, and then majority of DNFs, and then a couple of fourth places in the last couple of races. So he's probably due a win on merit.
Well, at the moment, the pace difference of the Ultra Softs.
Another one.
Oh, actually, I completely forgot about this. Romata has time penalties.
He does. So the only way now for... Go on.
I'm not sure how many Jacob's got. I think he's got one to my knowledge.
Have a look. I will have a look. Let's see. Infinity has penalties, but I think he's just got too much pace to be a problem.
Yeah, he's got 13 seconds to Romata, and Romata's got penalties, so...
Romata has 1, 2...
Infinity's guessing another 3
Romata
seconds.
has 6 seconds worth of penalties.
And what's Jacob on at the moment?
Jacob is on... It'd be nice if they just did a whole list of what penalties people are on. Or gave it to us in them.
Hopefully they bring that in for F1 2019, because it would make commentating a lot easier.
It would make yeah, it would. Jacob. I don't think Jacob actually has one, does he? I think he has warnings, but no penalties. Oh no, I lied. He has... 3 seconds? 3 seconds.
Right, so... I think...
Romata has to be ahead of him by at least 3.1 seconds for that to negate.
Alright, so Romata at the moment, 2.4 seconds ahead. It's not over for Jacob, because there is always a chance that Romata could get another penalty and Jacob could get another penalty.
Indeed. And Jacob is secure in the knowledge that his tyres aren't going to suddenly fall off a cliff like Romata's could do with his exceedingly faster driving on softer rubber. So, few variables yet to play out.
Another variable that's possibly going to come into effect soon is Sloshy's pace to catch up to Jacob.
Well, that does rather depend on if Sneaky he's willing to let Slossie go, which I don't think he is. I think
he's already done.
He's having a good old chase, but
It's 10 lap old Supers versus 5 lap Ultras. There's no competition in his third sector. Not at the moment.
oh, Dale is right on the back end of SJH. 5 lap Ultra Softs versus 6 lap Super Softs. Dale should have the pace for this one.
Yeah, he's also got the ERS advantage as well. It's a shame you can't see the fuel advantage as well, because it'd be nice to see in future games whether they are on the teetering edge of fuel or whether they got plenty of rich mix to burn.
If I could see the steering wheel better, I could tell you, but I can't. I can tell tyre temperatures roughly, but I can't see fuel. I think SJ has plus 0.7 of a lap of fuel left. Dale has a little less, but he has better tyres. Oh, very deep.
And Romata has cleared that 3-second time gap. So as it stands right now, Romata will finish second in the championship.
Specialist is just pitted for Hypersofts. We missed it. But he will probably be going for fastest lap now. Because he's out of the points.
Well, he's only 1 second behind Ivan, so that's...
And Ivan, we know, has penalties, but so does Specialist. So. Oh my god. Lord, pace difference in the corners there. Wow!
Fresh Hypers versus very worn Ultras.
Yeah, I think Andre has taken his tyres way too far. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in for Hypersofts. Sorry.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
He can't
at the
turn
moment,
that car.
Nas is up in 9th. That's 2 points, and that will mean Ferrari and Mercedes level on points in the constructors.
Yeah, Andre pits. That's inevitable, really.
Oh, here we go. Sloshy versus Jacob for third. I did say the pace of the Sloshy could come into effect by here, and he is all over the back end of him in DRS.
Jacob doesn't have much to defend with down the straight, so...
Yeah, I think Jacob's kind of accepted.
Game over. Or he's thought, yeah, well, it's Slossie, he's bound to have penalties because he does. Or he knows he's got penalties because he's asked his engineer.
Oh, sneaking ninjas off.
Oh, he's still going.
Well, who was that?
What happened there? He might have just lost it a little bit coming out of the corner, but he's up to speed and going now.
No, Sneaky Ninja did go off because look at the time Adorna's caught up on Sneaky now.
Yeah, it was four and a bit seconds, I believe. So I think Sneaky's just probably lost it a little bit out of the corner. Not anything too bad, but he has lost time. I would imagine if Don catches up, or if they're talking to each other, they might just let him through.
Well,
give him the best chance of championship points. That would be my ask of the teammate if there's a genuine battle for position in championship. So I don't think Sneaky's actually battling anyone, is he?
No, Sneaky is just over the DRS range of Dom, but if you want about the championship.
In the championship. He will beat Dan.
I mean, Danga is
just
the only
by
one he's
default. Yeah, and since he's not here this evening, he will beat him in the
He
championship.
could.
But it's still the 12th, the championship, and he just got a penalty. So I imagine he'll let Don through, or they'll just keep going now because of penalties.
We got a
Oh,
yellow flag.
he's lost it again.
No, it's
Oh, he's
Sloshy.
letting through.
Sloshy. He's lost his front
Oh
wing.
dear. Oh,
Oh, that is heartbreaking for the
he's gonna have
championship
to
winner.
pit.
Okay, that was interesting again.
Now it's so right. Points difference is
And Sneaky's lad Don through. Don is up into 4th.
Sloshy isn't really the battle that Don is looking for. It's Jacob and Ramata.
Yeah,
As it
but at the
stands
moment,
now, Ramata will secure P2.
and Don will get free.
I think Don will secure P3 and Jacob a point or two behind in P4. Just work out the points.
He'll have a 3-point gain on Don if it stands like this. And he's 4 points
And it's a
behind right now.
4-point gap, yeah. So, Don is looking good for P3, just has to keep it clean. Bearing in mind that Jacob has penalties.
Well, not just that, those super sauce, well, they are going to get him to the end. They are going to be very low on grip right now. 17 laps, one on him.
It's 1 lap now, it's not an issue really. I mean, he's not, unless something really bad happens, like Raikkonen that one time where his tyres just died and every car went past him.
Well, we just saw what happened to Sloshy on slightly worn tyres, and
I don't think Slossy's going to be too mad, to be honest. I mean, he's done what he came here to do. Sure, a podium would have been nice, but it's just one of those things that happens, I guess. He can go for the fastest lap. No, he can't, because he's not got enough time. Or enough laps, rather.
no, I'm pretty sure he's coming around the final sector
Yeah,
now.
he doesn't have, this is his out lap, though. He doesn't have an extra lap to do the fastest.
Yeah, he's got the final lap. It'll be the last lap ditch effort.
Yeah, but he pitted as lap 28 started.
No, this is it now, right? He's coming on to lap 28 now. This is him starting his final lap.
Of course he is. Of course he is, yes. My apologies.
As we got Infinities now coming through the final sector, it's been probably a very boring race for Infinities, being out in front like that. But probably a well-deserved one. And he's probably sitting there now thinking, thank God I've got myself another win. As here he comes around the final corner.
Don't crash it, thank God.
To take the victory at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And now I'm on board with Romat as he comes through the final few corners.
I'm just keeping an eye on SJ and Dale, because they're in one monumental battle, and not Dale, sorry, SJ and Nasordo. They are nose and tail battling through the final section now.
Alright, so Romat at the moment in second. I do believe he's going to stay there though. Yep, Jacob in third, and Don will finish fourth.
I think this battle this battle is secure as well.
And with
good effort from Nasordo at the end there.
Oh, Nast actually does get 7th because of time penalties.
Oh, so he does, yes. And Sloshy with the fastest lap, 1:35.9. There you go.
And also, that means Mercedes have finished ahead of Ferrari.
It does. You are correct.
And we're also now 15 points for Jacob, and
on board with Don looking at the back rear tyres of Jacob's Red Bull, and they are shot.
Yeah, I think Jacob was pretty fortunate there with the tyre wear at the end. He did drop off a little bit on our final lap. But there we go, we got
Open the road
Infinity's
towards
winning.
now, gentlemen.
Yeah, unfortunately it's not real out there. It's not real champagne.
Smells good, apparently. Sorry here.
I don't know, I can't comment on that.
I have friends. So quite a few penalties going on.
Yep, but once again, Don Silva, Mr. Consistent without no penalties.
Yeah, 2 warnings though. I bet he was bricking that entire race.
Alright, so we got Infinity's winning it, Romata second, Jacob third, Don fourth, Sneaky Ninja in fifth, Dale sixth, Nas in seventh, SJH in eighth, Aero Specialist ninth, and Sloshy rounding up the grid in 10th place. And I'm not sure, but it's 15 plus 4, 19 to 22. Just checking the team championships. Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. Red Bull have maintained.
I think the
second
points
in the
difference would be like
constructors.
2 or 3 now.
Nah, it was only a 5-point gain for
Oh, really?
Renault, I think. 22
I've got to say
versus
though,
19.
Jacob's tactic of running long on the ultra. What did he run on? The Hypersofts? Was it 11 laps?
I think he was on the supers for.
He was on the supers for the second stint. He one stopped, which was a very risky strategy because it could drop you well back down the field. But he stretched that first stint, and it actually helped him in the long run. So not a bad bit of tactics.
Right. Well, do we want to get some interviews in for the final race?
I don't see why not.
I think we'll try and get the entire top 4 in the championship in, and our race winner. We'll have a big party full now. We'll have a big party full of people here now. So there's Don Silva. Yeah, Infinity's in here as well. Jacob and Romata and Soshi. Yep.
Cough, and I haven't got a way of muting my mic.
Right, I got that right? Yep. Right, I've invited 5 people to the party.
Goodness me. That is some interview.
It's not. Oh, here we go. Romata, P2 today, but P2 in the championship as well. So congratulations on that.
Yeah,
and
thanks
your
a lot.
teammates joined straight away. Sloshy, what happened?
Yeah, well, penalties happened. This track happened. So yeah.
No.
I assume you lost
what
it out
happened?
of the corner.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, it was. Well, I got a penalty the corner before, so I was just a bit triggered, and went to.
Fast lap fury.
Was too happy with the throttle pedal. So.
And our race winner has joined us. We're getting a full party full.
Hello.
Congratulations on the race win, Infinity's absolute insane driving for you, but just it was like your very first race here, but you know, a boring one at the front.
That start and that qualifying was so important. I think if I messed up my start, I think the race wouldn't have go this way.
No, I know why he was so dominant. See, what happened was his internet was so much better than everybody else's tonight. So it gave him a 2-second lap advantage.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just unfair.
Yeah,
That's what the PSN thing was. But he DDoS'd us. That's what that was.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right?
Oh, is that why Sloshy couldn't leave the set a lap in quality? Oh, that's terrible, Harris, but
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too bad. Too bad.
But Arrow, did you guys experienced aero specialist car everywhere on track as well? Or was it just me?
Never saw him on track.
Well,
I
was
don't
he
know, man.
lagging for you,
I
was he?
was only focusing on getting second, so yeah.
I didn't see him lag on any of my screens.
No, I didn't see him lag either. And there's congratulations from Rich500 in the chat for Infinity on the race win. Shame what happened to Rich500. Rich500 though.
Yeah, I was right behind it, so I can tell you everything. Going into the which corner was it? I don't know. After the second DRS straight, Rich was in front and turned in, and then in the second part where you go right, Andre was already behind. He should have tucked in behind.
It
In my
looks like
opinion.
the Ferrari
In
did
my
leave his
opinion.
nose in a little bit on that corner.
Yeah,
It was turn
he should have just
15
given
or
up the
16.
corner. He should have just given up the corner there, sticking behind, but he decided to put his nose in
And
there, which caused.
Dawn has joined us. Dawn, what happened?
Hello?
But what happened? That first stop, it was brilliant tactics from you. But what happened in that final stint?
Well, I saw the tyre wear on in the second stint on the ultras, and I knew because I planned to go hyper soft, ultra soft, but a change of strategy had to happen mid-race because the ultra softs I didn't really like them, so
Yeah,
I
we did
pitted
notice that you
earlier.
couldn't make them last as long as some of the other drivers.
Yeah, I struggled in practice as well with the ultras. I couldn't work them.
But
Well,
still, P4 on a 2-stop.
Yeah,
P5?
yeah, it was
No,
P4.
P4. Yes,
Yeah,
because of
so-
Slossie's exuberance in the final sector.
yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I just saw his
Oh, we
front
do.
wing in the wall. You know.
yeah, we was on board with
Was,
it. We know exactly what happened.
I
He
already
done
had
what happened
18
there.
seconds of penalty, so didn't really.
Yeah, he was constantly shouting in the party, "Oh, that's not a penalty! That is not a penalty either!"
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, Dom was
Really
pretty close to getting P3 in the race due to the penalties. So, you know, it wasn't
Yeah,
that far off.
that's
And
right.
Yes, I noticed that he had 2 warnings. It was a matter of bricking it for the rest of the race, I imagine.
but
Yeah, it was. We've got 2 warnings at the same corner. I think it's this triple chicane on 2 different laps, and then got lucky to the end of the race, pretty much. No penalty.
it was great. It was great to see actually Jacob, Don, and Romata all pretty much fighting for second in the championship, all fighting each other on track as well.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. With I had to overtake Jacob, but he was in a supers, so I saved as much ERS and fuel as I could, and then pushed the third lap when I was behind him and overtook him. So after that, it was just
Yeah, Jacob
he
done the
did.
one stop.
Jacob did a 1-stop. He stretched his hypersofts to lap 11, I think, and then super soft at the end. It worked out for him.
Fair play.
Well, it should be more exciting if Sloshy just did a qualifying session because he had 2 broken front wings and still finishing like in race. He was behind me and after three more laps or something. So yeah, thanks for grabbing.
I think Slossie's progress forwards was aided a bit.
Teammate tactics in qualifying. I saw that. I was right behind it.
Yeah, I was 5 tenths up. I was going for 133.7 or 8, and then I fucked it up again in the last sector.
I
We were gonna
don't
do the
think
slipstream as well.
I don't think Jacob's gonna. We got first, second, and third in the championship right here. Unfortunate, Don, you just kind of missed out by 1 point, I think it was.
Yeah,
It's very tight.
it's my
I
own
believe-
fault, you know, because of qualifying. I messed up. I crashed in
Twice.
the pit. Yeah.
Do you want to know what
Yeah, I
it
heard
sounded like?
that.
Sorry?
Romata's got second by 1 point. You've got third by 1 point.
Oh.
And Jacob's fourth by 1 point as well, I think, if my calculations are correct.
Yep.
That is some serious tightness going on there.
You see, I just look back at all the races that I messed up over the course of the season. I think Japan's the big one because that cost us the constructors as well as.
I mean, in fairness, that was not your fault.
No, but it happened.
Sneaky.
Yeah, you got ninja by ninja.
That was kind of sneaky of him.
Yeah.
That's a terrible
Sneaky
pun. I should
tactical
end
bottle
it.
job off the bump and the
Just end
final
the
corner.
stream right there.
That was a terrible
Cut
pun
it
from
off
me. I can't.
immediately.
I can't. But you know, you've all raced each other now. You've all been at the front, and you've all had your ups and downs this season. But it's been a great season for all of you, respectively. I mean, Bullet. I mean, you had one good result,
Yeah,
mate, so
we'll just pass over. No, I've had a couple of good results, but we'll just pass over my season, shall we? We'll just gloss that under the rug. It's just we'll just ignore it.
I thought you were faster, Luke, because the beginning in race department you were side by side with me racing for P9.
Yeah, that was back when I was decent. Apparently, that failed to materialise throughout the season.
So I came in this week and I thought, oh, that's Benkei Bullet again, so maybe we race again, but
Yeah, that didn't happen. I don't know what happened there.
it's alright though. Everyone has a season where they just don't perform.
Yep.
But you know, guys, ups and downs from this season. You know, pick your favourite moments from this season.
Easily Germany.
Baku.
Definitely Silverstone.
Baku, best race of my life. Best two
Baku.
corners of my life.
Yeah, Baku, absolutely fantastic. Sloshy, disgraceful driving. He took out the Ferrari driver. It's on stream. I saw it.
Took out half the field. It's terrible.
I think
may have called him a pleb in my recording as well. That's not bad.
I think Brazil was the most funniest one, a beautiful one to overtake in the last lap to become second.
Alright, so we got one for Silverstone, one for Germany, one for Brazil, one for Baku, and what should
My best race was Spain. In terms of results.
yeah,
That was with Mr. Stim, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
and Slossie. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the only time where I've actually been.
Like 1 second behind you, couldn't go, catch up, and then
Yeah,
right
it was
before your
a
pit
good
stop-
battle there, man. It was a good battle.
Right before your pit stop, I got you, and then I think I got it out in front of you after the pit stops, and then just threw it.
Yeah, I jumped Stim out of the
Yeah.
pits. But your guys' pace on the mediums was just better than mine just because wheel.
Yeah, probably. Because we
Pretty much.
yeah.
that's going to cause a few bites in the comments. Oh, real advantage.
Bad
Well, I
races.
mean, I had to sort of keep the temperatures under control, and I don't have the luxury of
Oh yeah,
steering.
Don,
Yep.
what happened in qualifying, bud?
Which
Two
one?
times.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on.
What happened in qualifying,
fir-
bud?
What are you on about? He qualified P3 both times. What's wrong with you?
Alright, the first one
I
I
watched the first one. I had that on my screen.
I hit the curb at turn 3 and the car just spun and I crashed out. It was
What
just
what
weird.
happened to the second one?
The second one, I invalidated my lap and I was really pissed off. And then, like, I was about to finish the lap and I thought, oh no, I want to go into the pits, and then, yeah, I
Oh,
got
you
caught in
did
two
end it,
minds
yo.
and, yeah, I just hit the wall and, yeah. I was livid with myself, so I'm going to have to
I
delete
thought
that
you
part
just-
of the video because
Good
there were a few
Lord.
swear words. But, you know,
I thought you just lost the back end.
no,
Is that on the screen? Did you guys catch that incident?
Who spin?
The crash of Don in the pits. Did you get that on screen?
I I didn't. I caught his first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it was on stream, I believe.
Oh my god.
I didn't catch it on the stream.
Why,
I definitely
why?
have the first one. I didn't catch the second one.
That's right, though.
I lost the footage for the first one because I accidentally
didn't-
went to the home screen.
I know exactly what Bullet's going to do, though. He's going to save that
Okay,
video
okay,
clip. He's
dude.
going to send it over to me, and I'm going to put it in the highlight video.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe,
the highlight video. I do have footage to send to you in the highlight video. I'm gonna do that.
Oh, yeah, I
Mike, I
mean-
wanna thank you for all the commentating stuff you're doing, and
Yeah, for sure.
always, yeah, it's just always fun to watch back. So thanks a lot, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, well
All
done.
good. I
Thank
mean,
you very much.
I had to do
Appreciate it.
something. I was crap at racing in the league, so I had to do something. Oh no,
Because
I've
you were
been
using the
lapped
T80,
again.
we already discussed this.
Yeah, but you know, I was crap to begin with. Oh no!
Yeah, but if you were using something with a bit of
Sloshy, you're
force
too
feedback-
fast. Don't lap me. I give up. I'm done. But
Next after this season.
Well,
The next one?
there will be a break. Season 17 is in the midst of being organised. Just keep an eye on the forums and Twitter.
Yeah.
right. So, what's everyone's plans then for next season? Where do you hope to be placed in, or if you're racing, or if you're gonna, you know, try doing what I done this season and switch into commentary? Let me know what you guys are thinking for next season.
Well, as long as I'm not in the same tier as Slossie, I'll be fine, you know.
That's right, Don for F1
Yeah.
confirmed.
You're saying me, but Infinities was so much faster in this race.
Yeah.
Oh, Infinities. It's only because he got the game late that he's probably in our tier.
Yeah.
If he started the season, he would have been up higher tier for certain.
I think my qualifying really saved the season for me. Or really secured the championship for me. I got
Yeah, it had nothing to
pole
do with all these wins and stuff, right?
No,
It was all
but
qualifying. It had nothing to do with the
They
wins.
were, yeah, I mean, I've got race pace, but I think my qualifying pace is still better than my race pace. I don't really know how to up my race pace, so that's the problem.
Well,
But,
I
You
for
better
next
figure it out
season-
for next season. You're in F2.
For next season, I'm hoping F3 or F4, something like that.
right. We'll go down for the championship order. Right, Romata, what are you hoping for next season, bud? You gonna be racing?
yeah, I'm just hoping I can join Slushy, and just, yeah, it's pretty fun.
Oh,
but,
I see.
but,
Once again.
A Dutch Tour de Force.
yeah,
we go
maybe
to F1
F4,
together.
maybe F4 first, and drive there, and then maybe F3. F3
Oh,
is
I
pretty
can
fast.
see it now. Dutch teammates in an orange McLaren taking on the world.
Esports
don't
ready.
like
Sign
it,
them
but-
up. Esports ready.
Yep.
Right, Don, what about you? What are you going to be doing next season? And where do you hope to be?
I'll be racing again for my 10th AOR season. I don't know where I'll be. Because I feel like I've been very, very, very inconsistent this season. So we'll see.
Mostly with a
Okay.
pit entry. Always very consistent.
Maybe there's a league in AOR. Maybe you can drive the safety car or something.
Right,
Isn't that like
Infinities,
Assist League
what
3 or
about you?
something?
Safety car? What's a safety car?
Never saw one.
It's this imaginary thing that they constructed to keep us seen.
No, it exists. It exists, lads. I saw it yesterday.
we went-
It exists.
I don't believe you. I don't
We
believe
went
you.
a full
I
season,
got it on stream.
without a safety car. How is
I
that
got it
possible?
on stream. I got it on stream.
We've had a
It
couple of
exists.
VSCs. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, no safety car in Baku was just fucking ridiculous.
It was a pile-up at turn 2, no safety car. That's what you need, or we're never going to get one.
Right, Infinities, what are you going to be doing next season? But you still going to be racing AOR?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sign up for next season.
Right, where do you hope to be?
I don't really mind which tier I'm in, as long as
Oh,
I
you
have
wouldn't.
some good battles, and of course some wins as well.
Right, and Bullet, I think you're going to be taking a break next season, aren't you?
I am going to be taking some time away from league racing. I'll probably be back at some point. But who knows? I might do some commentary or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, jump into commentary, but
see what it all brings to me and see how I'm feeling. Because I need the time.
I can say I've had a lot of fun commentating over all the races this season. I have enjoyed it. I'm 50-50 on whether coming back league racing next season or to sign up as a commentator. But you know, we'll see what happens. Probably what'll happen is I'll buy a new steering wheel. I break that in 2 days, like I did with this one, and you know, yeah, I actually did break the steering wheel in 2 days.
You just can't script it.
Wait,
Are you serious? Did you break it
your
already?
new wheel broke already?
He did. He broke it.
I broke it already.
What happened? Yeah, the wheel broke itself, or did you? What happened?
Well, I went
I
full
think at
lock
this point it's safe to
practicing
assume that he
Baku.
broke it.
I went full lock left, right in Baku, and yeah, I completely messed up the calibration, and now it won't go in a straight line, even though the wheel's in a straight line.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Have you considered using the pad?
I have considered using the pad, but I will say this, I would have to chuck all my assists back on, and I'll be back in the assists.
No,
in about 10
it's right.
years.
If you're racing Baku on the pad, all you have to do is use Jerry's setup. It's godly.
Well, there's one advantage.
All my setups are
with
godly.
using the
All my
pad.
setups are godly.
The biggest advantage of using the pad, you can use it as an excuse for being shit.
And it's a
I got a
valid
pad.
excuse, you know.
Yeah,
It's a
the
valid.
wheel.
That's
The wheel
exactly
is
why
much
I use
better.
Oh, Scott, I'll actually bring it
Honestly.
up in the what's it called, in the stream right now. What my steering wheel's like. Right.
I'm actually still salty as all hell that I didn't win Baku and I should have done.
I'm not touching my wheel.
Same.
Yo guys,
It was the
I'm,
first race where I practiced a lot. So.
You can already see it
That
flickering.
was so annoying.
I am not touching
Hey.
the wheel.
Oh, you've got a screwed dead zone.
Hey guys, see you guys later.
Yeah, but look at this now.
Mike, can
Now
you,
look at that. I barely touched it.
See you later,
in the
man.
jump.
Oh, okay, so
Mike, can you post the link of the stream in the chat?
Yep, I can do that. And
I'm gonna watch it. See you guys later.
I think
See ya.
you know,
See ya.
See ya.
I think the steering wheel just completely gone, and Romata's left the party, and I mean, my English isn't that good either. But,
I
you
was
know,
about to say, you're Welsh.
my English is as good as a Scottish man's English.
No offense.
We don't speak English over here. We
No, you
speak
speak-
Wanglish.
You speak whatever tongue it is that uses every letter of the alphabet at least 3 times before they say a word.
Biff?
the Welsh love the letter L, don't they? They love their L's.
Yeah, but it's never L, is it? It's always.
Yeah, it's just
Whoa, whoa,
Claneffing
whoa.
and stuff like that.
Oh, right. First off,
Clanamunach.
it's Llanelli, right? Flan.
That's what I said.
Flaneffing.
How do you
No,
even do
Flan.
What, flan as in F-L-A-N?
Slotty, we Dutch can't speak like that.
that?
Well, it could be worse.
You try some Dutch
Yeah,
then.
you could be
Not
Irish.
gonna happen.
No, I could hit you with the lamb flash puff wing regalia grad the city or go.
Oh, that's the one. That's the super long town. Yeah, I know that one.
All I heard there is go.
It's Flan fra po win gil
When you have to
gelio.
think about how to say your own country's words, then your country has a problem.
Well, how do you manage when you speak to someone from Liverpool?
I don't.
Oh, you've
don't
never
speak
met
to people
Kane the
from
Yamba
Liverpool.
before?
No, they always like, yes, I want some chicken and a can of Coke.
That's why I don't speak to people from Liverpool. No
Yeah,
offense to
no.
Scousers, but That's why I don't, because I just can't get on with it.
Oh, I had a Scouser for my teammate, as my teammate in season 14. This is quite interesting.
You had Kane.
Yeah, I had Kane as my teammate,
Yeah.
and he's proper Scouser.
He is terrible. It's every time he's in the party, I'm just sat there going, what?
Oh, well, I learned to understand him after about 5 races, so
Yeah, then he says something really quick, and then you're like, nope.
Joe, have you ever heard
That's
a
what I have
Scouser?
with Spanish people.
Have you ever heard
Yeah,
a
they have a
Scouser
distinct accent.
arguing with a Welshman speaking Welsh? That is lethal because the amount of phlegm is being spewed back and forth. That's a drowning hazard.
Alright,
anyway,
gents, I'm
gonna end it.
gonna-
It's been great season, and
Oh, the stream's still going? I didn't even
yeah,
know.
yeah, the stream's still
Here we
going.
are. Here we are talking crap about different languages or whatever.
The stream love it.
Everyone who's from any of these places in the stream has just gone absolutely mental, and you're going to get blacklisted off of YouTube.
Hey, look, right. I can listen, right. The amount of crap I've spoken on YouTube and that is all good. So everyone on YouTube will catch you hopefully next season, whether I'll be racing or streaming commentary. I have no idea, but yo, guys, I wish you all the best now for next season and whatever you do in the future. Congrats to Sloshy on the championship, Infinity's on the race win, Romato on second, even though he's left and he's no longer here. Romato on second, Don in third, Jacob fourth, Bullet for his podium in Spain, and yeah.
Thank you very much.
So you're almost done well.
That French race actually was awesome.
Right, I'm ending the stream, guys.
Well.
It's,
I was the only one